right, we have the latest on who will be available for the San Francisco 49ers versus the Atlanta Falcons on prime time. And this is what we got. No Brock Purdy, no Ricky Pearsall. Again, we were kind of piecing it together as the week went on, and it did feel like Mac Jones was going to get the start again, and he is, and that's good. Mac Jones was a full participant in practice. He's seemingly much healthier than he was a week ago, which is a good sign. But in relation to Brock Purdy, according to Kyle Shanahan, Brock is progressing well. He was much better than he was the week ago, and I think what we are seeing is that Brock probably plays very similar to how he played against the Jags. But the 49ers, I think, do not want to do what they did against the Jags and put Brock in, and for Brock not to be 100% and to re-aggravate it, and then we saw what had happened as a result. So what I do believe is if Brock had to play, he probably could, but it probably wouldn't be at 100%. So I actually do like this. I do like that they are saying that, Brock isn't 100% yet, so we're not going to play him. I think that's a smart move, because when you have a quarterback like Mac Jones who can win games, do it. If you're the San Francisco 49ers, you're not worried about these outside, it's quarterback controversy. You don't care. You're just trying to win football games, and that's all you care about. And if Mac Jones can help you win football games, and if that means that allows you to put Brock on ice for another week to get healthy so he can be 100%, then you do it. So I'm all for it. I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's good news. Some other good news is that George Kittle is officially playing against the Atlanta Falcons. Not only is he playing, but there will be 0 snap count for Mr. Kittle, and that is exactly what you want to hear. Again, bringing players back at 100%, not 80%, not 90%, 100%. Bring them back when they're ready to go, because we've seen with this team, there's been so many injuries. It's not worth risking re-aggravation, and I would assume maybe something similar is applying with Ricky Pearsall, because he is not playing. Who knows? Obviously, he hasn't practiced all week, so maybe he isn't further along as they would have hoped. But I still believe, especially at this stage in the season, where you have been able to win four games, don't necessarily push it if you don't have to. Yes, we all want the best, our top players out there, but man, we can't lose players to the long term for short-term gain. So I think the 49ers are handling it accordingly, and that's how it's going. Marquez Valdez-Scantling was placed on injured reserve today, so who knows, maybe that opens up some more opportunities for Jordan Watkins, maybe as a returner. Maybe we see some Jordan Watkins again. Jordan Watkins was having a great camp, and he started off kind of slow, as all rookies typically do, most rookies typically do, and then he really started to pick it up. I remember in the, leading up to the joint practices versus the Broncos, he was playing really well. There was one practice where Jordan Watkins was the best player on the field out of the 49ers skill positions. Him and Brock Purdy were developing a nice rapport. So, again, it was unfortunate when he went down in the preseason week 1 versus the Denver Broncos and has missed a considerable amount of time. However, it is what it is. No crying over spilled milk. The positives are he's back and should be playing in this game. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm over the Sky Moore experiment. He is just, unfortunately, not a good player. And, the 49ers need him to be a returner, and he is allergic to not returning punts inside the 5-yard line. It's like if he's like, oh, I'm inside the 5, let's catch it. He's bobbled multiple punts and kick return. Like it's a situation where the 49ers spent a draft pick to get him, and they're really trying to make it work. And we know they made that move because they were desperate for bodies and wide receivers, but you're getting bodies back. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Sky Moore loses that responsibility. I just have not been impressed with him personally. So we'll see about that. Upton Stout, interestingly, didn't practice today. Apparently, he hurt his ankle on the last play of practice yesterday. I mean, man, it's always something with this team. I do think there is a chance that Kevin Givens is activated off injured reserve. But again, the 49ers would have to make a corresponding roster move and able to open up that roster spot. So we'll have to see what happens there. But yes, overall, not bad. Nothing too crazy in regards to the final injury report as we head into primetime action against the Falcons. I did a video earlier. The Falcons will be without Ray McLeod. So no revenge game for him. He's like wide receiver 3 for the Falcons. And they will be without their top draft pick, Jalen Walker, who's also teammates at Georgia with Michael Williams. He is out, I believe, with a groin injury. So I was actually interested in seeing him in person. Just because he was someone that I thought was a good prospect. He was someone that I was willing to have the 49ers take at 11. Because if you guys know anything about me, I like speed on the edge. And I wanted a pass rusher. And that's not to say, Michael isn't a pass rusher. That's just not his number one skill set. Michael is definitely a edge rush or edge setter and more of a pass rusher from the interior. But they will be without him, and also their left tackle, who started 184 games in a row, is questionable. He got hurt on Monday night versus the Bills. So it'll be fascinating to see if he has any issues. Darnell Mooney also questionable as well. They're wide receiver 2, but we do know they have good weapons. I'm a big fan of Michael Penix Jr. I think Bijan Robinson is probably the best offensive player in the NFL right now, at least running back. And that's no disrespect to Christian McCaffrey. Bijan's just playing at a really high level right now. Drake London is phenomenal. Big fan of him. And, they have Kyle Pitts, kind of a sleeper. So we'll see how everything goes. But those are the updates. What is your guys' confidence level heading into this game with Mac Jones as the starter? No Ricky Pearsall, but George Kittle is back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.